Nathan said she kind of, spoke just a little bit, but I'm going to kind of expound on ours a little more. And so we met at Bible college. We both went all 4 semesters, but I went a year before Nick. And he's from Florida, and he was dealing with things in his life, and he was going to a regular college, and sorry, my voice is like shaking, and it's distracting. So the Lord grabbed a hold of him, and he went to Bible college in Peru when I was my 3rd semester at Marietta, and brought Nick to Marietta the next semester after that. And my 4th semester, I wasn't going back because I didn't have enough money. And so Nick was on his way, and I was going to the Bible college just to visit because I already prepared in my heart that I wasn't going. And I just the Lord just didn't seem like he was providing. So I was just like, all right, he has something different for me. I'm just going to go back home, and he's going to do. Feels is a word when you're here, I think. And she got her money. Like, she was going to Bible college, and we're like, what the heck? Like, we planned on coming here, and it was just a visit, and she, got her tuition paid for. And she was going to Bible college, and I was like, cool, I'm here, how am I going to get back home? You drove. A day later, I was out, and I was, so confused. I was like, Lord, what are you doing? I was like, this isn't fair. I have to go back home, and she's getting to stay here, and I didn't get to finish Bible college. What is going on? And finally, the Lord just grabbed a hold of me, and he said, have faith. What are you doing? Why are you so bitter? Why are you so confused? He's like, I'm here with you. Have faith. And I was like, okay, fine. I guess. If that's what you want me to do, then I'll do it, I guess. And, but not, full-heartedly. And then, a few minutes later, I finally got it, and I was like, okay, Lord, I know you're in control. If being at home is where you want me to be, then that's where I'm going to be. And I walked into the office, and I was talking to one of the ladies, and she was just asking me, what I was doing, and, what the Lord's providing in my life, and I just told her, I think he's sending me back home, and I was okay with that. Actually, in my heart, I was okay with that. This is what the Lord's going to have for me. While I was saying that, it's distracting me. While I was saying that to her, the finance guy came around the corner and said, are you Brittany? And I said, yes. And I was really confused. He had a tissue box in his hand. And he said, your tuition has been paid for in full. And I had no idea who that was. Dang it, David failed you. He said, no crying. But I'm going to cry maybe a little bit. But my tuition was paid in full, and by someone who I have no idea to this day. And I went that semester, and I was full-hearted for the Lord. I was so committed, and I was like, Lord, you're in control. I love you. This is it. And I was not even thinking about marriage at all. I was just thinking about how the Lord was. Can you even hear me? Sometimes I'm not in the microphone. I lost heart. No, I was full-hearted for the Lord. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be in ministry. I just wanted to, do what the Lord has for me. And then this scrawny little kid from Florida came by, and I was like, what the heck? I didn't even care. I didn't even know who he was. And I was just I didn't even care. I was this is just some guy. He was friends with some of my friends, and I was we just ended up hanging out, and nothing happened. It's not some fireworks, and it was oh, but I didn't think that at all. I was didn't even like him at all. And I was still for the Lord, yeah, I'm still going, And then we went on a mission trip back here. And not where I ever would imagine. I was like wanting to go to New York, and I was like so ready to go to New York, and the Lord's like, nope, that's not where you're going, because like for spring break, we get missions week, and we have to do one missions trip to graduate. And I still haven't done mine. I was in my 4th semester, I had to do it. And Brighton put together a missions trip back here, and I was like, this is fine, to be honest. And I was like, I have to go somewhere, and the Lord's taking me here. And this time, like, me and Nick, we met a couple weeks before, or maybe, I don't know. And so we were kind of friends, we kind of knew each other, but it was like nothing was like, we just, that was it. And then we came here, and he came. And, but he came along. And the Lord, when we were here in Lompoc, the Lord just told me that Nick was it. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, I don't even know him. I was like, he's goofy. And then the Lord's like, he's goofy. He's like, look at you. I'm like, then at the same time, I was like, oh, perfect, God. What are you talking about? And so we go back to Bible college, and we fell in love, I guess. And, we did fall in love in the Lord.
Yeah, finally.
But it was all the Lord, He was the one that brought us together. Like, Nick wasn't even coming to Bible college. He was totally fallen away from the Lord. And he was doing his own thing in Florida, a regular college, and just not doing well. And the Lord grabbed a hold of him, and, he took him to Bible college. And then for me, like, I wasn't even going back, and the Lord's like, no, you're going back, and you're going to meet this guy. And I don't think that was his sole purpose of me going back, but it was a blessing. And that was it. That was like, the Lord just knew, and he prepared in our lives. I'll tell you a little side story of Nick and I. When Nick was in Peru, he was reading through Psalms 27:14, and that says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And Nick was just doing things like he needed that verse, and that was speaking to him. His first semester, my third. And my third semester, I was just struggling with things, and the Lord gave me the exact same verse. At the same time. And the Lord knew. The Lord prepared, he was in control the whole time. Before I even knew that I wanted to get married, or I was even looking for someone. But the Lord knew. And that verse isn't like the verse of marriage, but it was the verse for us. And we were waiting for each other without even knowing we were waiting for each other. And so, God gave me a promise. And that was to trust in him, and just to, and he was never going to leave my side. And he was going to lead me in my life daily. And I gave Nick a promise when we got married, and that was to love him, to stand by him, and to trust him. So I just want to encourage you to look back at your marriage when you were married. When you were married, you still are. But when you got married, and to remember that promise you gave your husband and your wife, and to live by that promise daily, and to trust in God because he's always in control. So that's pretty much all I have.